welcome to everyone to the space, the Wheel of Wisdom, where you receive the message that you need to hear most right now. So, let me show you guys our Wheel of Wisdom. Okay, give me a second. So, this is our Wheel of Wisdom. And as you guys can see, this wheel contains the name of 50 plus books that I have read in the past 10 years of my life. And now I invite you guys to take a moment and ask yourself, what do I need guidance on? It can be something specific, like a specific problem or a specific desire, to see if anything comes up for you regarding which you need some guidance or support. And if nothing comes up for you, then hold this beautiful wish in your heart that may everyone listening to this receives the message that they need to hear most today. So, holding either of those things in your heart, in your awareness, as we spin this beautiful wheel. Okay, let me increase the brightness. Yeah. Okay, this is interesting. So, the first book that I think Caitlin chose in our last live, which was also our 200th live of Wheel of Wisdom, was Atomic Habit, and it was like a hard copy that I had. And the first book that came up today was Atomic Habits. And the full name is Atomic Habits Tiny Changes, Remarkable Results by James Clear. So let me open this beautiful book and see what wants to come through this book today. So this time I do not have a hard copy. I have to like go and search for it. But I have a soft copy. So give me a second to open it. Okay. So this is our book. And now, in a moment from now, I'm going to ask you guys to pick a number, and I want you guys to pick a number between certain numbers, okay? So give me a second to choose those numbers between which I invite you guys to choose. Okay. So, my dear ones, I invite all of you to choose a number between 20 to 192. And there is no rush. Take your time, see which number pops up for you, and mention that number in the comments. I will go through all your numbers and pick one that my intuition feels called to, okay? Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Gravilia. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Feel free to correct me. I would love to pronounce your beautiful name correctly. Thank you, Letty. Thank you, Kim. Hey. Thank you, Soul. Thank you, Kristen. Okay, anyone else? Before I choose one number amongst these? Okay, then let's go with the numbers that are here. And let's see whose number wants to reach my intuition. So, the number that I'm feeling most called to is 127, and the number has been chosen by Letty or Letty. So thank you for choosing a number for all of us. And let's see what wants to come through from this page. And even if it's not your number, the reading, the paragraph, the message that is going to come here in this space is going to be for you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been in this place. Oh, okay. So that was another number that popped up for you, dear. Wonderful. Okay, so let's see. What wants to come through this page so badly? Okay. So the author says conventional wisdom holds that motivation is the key to habit change. Maybe if you really wanted it, you would actually do it. That's the thing that we say to ourselves, right? That if I really, really wanted it, I would have done that, right? I would do that. But the truth is, our real motivation is to be lazy and to do what is convenient because that is how our brain works. Our brain has been designed to conserve energy in any manner that it can. So, that is our real motivation to be lazy and to do what is convenient because that is how we will save most of our energy. And despite what the latest productivity bestseller will tell you, this is a smart strategy, not a dumb one. Energy is precious, and the brain is wired to conserve it whenever possible. It is human nature to follow the law of least effort, which states that when deciding between two similar options, people will naturally gravitate towards the option that requires the least amount of work. For example, expanding your farm to the east where you can grow the same crop rather than heading north where the climate is different. Okay, that is an example from a different story that the author shared. So let's forget that. But yeah, out of all the possible actions we could take, the one that is realized is the one that delivers the most value for the least effort. Again, the action that delivers the most value for the least effort. We are motivated to do what is easy. So, that is how our brain is designed, right? And now, how we can use this. Okay, first, but let me welcome Carrie. Hi, Carrie. So happy to have you here. It has been a long time and it's lovely to have you here. So, thank you for joining all of us. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah. So, you know, so now that we know this is how our brain works, we need to flow with the river. We need to work with our brain rather than against it. Because, if you try to do the hardest thing, your brain is going to bring up roadblocks and obstacles for you now and then. And initially, you might power through them because of the willpower that you have, because of the initial motivation, that rush. that you have, and you will like try to push through them. But again, it's like pushing against the flow of river, and it is going to consume a lot more energy. You're going to exhaust yourself very easily, and you're going to give up, because it is very, very, very hard to flow against the river, right? To flow against our brain. So, in order to work with it, we can use this and we can apply this to anything, If in this case, our habit change, like developing a good habit or getting rid of a bad one. So, if we are trying to develop any good habit, we are trying to include anything good in our routine, whether it is reading books, doing more exercise, drinking more water, whatever it is, then we need to make it easy for us. We need to make it more accessible for us. That needs to be the easiest thing. So, for example, if you're trying to eat healthy, and you have snacks lying around in your home and you don't have anything healthy in your home available, then it is hard to do the right thing to eat the healthy food. And between the two options that requires the least effort is the one that your brain is going to choose always. So we need to make it easy to do the right thing. So we need to arrange we need to keep stock of the healthy, food in our home. If not fresh food, we can just stock take we can just keep stock of the food that we can, like, store for a long time, like dry fruits. We can store them, and when we are feeling like we have the craving, and now we have two options. Do I want to go and open my snack pantry, or do I want to go to the healthy thing? And the one that is closest to you, it would be easier to do that. Like, the obstacles would decrease. You might need some other components to be able to move towards that, but this is a very good step to, to cultivate, to include that beautiful habit. Saul says, don't mean to pry, but are you a vegetarian? Yeah, I am. So, uh, yeah, so I was saying that yeah, so you need to make it easy to do. So you need to have the healthier options available at your home, and to have some healthier options available maybe in the room where you usually get your cravings, like, and we have done that. Like, I'm using this example because my mom did that with my brother. So, yeah, so he has these, late night cravings. So what she did was she filled like a, I don't know, box or something with, different dry fruits, and a different box with seeds. And now when he gets craving, he, eats them instead of, eating ice cream and eating through all the packaged products and all of that. So, yeah, so that is how we make it easy to do that thing. And this is just one example. And similarly, we can apply the same thing to getting rid of the bad habit, but by making it harder to do. Like, you might have heard, if you do not want to snooze the alarm, you need to keep your phone away, a little bit away from you, like in another, not in another room, but a little bit away, so that you have to wake up and you have to, then do that, like snooze that thing. And once you have gotten up, you would be like, okay, I don't want to go to sleep. So you make it harder to snooze and just go back to sleep, right? So we apply the same principle, make the good habit more, you know, more easier to do, and the bad habit more harder to do. And that is how we can, work with both of them. So yeah. That is what came up for me from this reading. I hope that it applies to something that you are trying to include in your, daily routine, a habit that you are trying to inculcate. And it can also apply to like options, So if you have two options, you have to, like, you can expand whatever is coming up for you. Okay, let me leave that to you. So when I was reading that, when I was sharing the words that came up for me, what was the message that you carried from this reading, from whatever I spoke? What you want to carry? Does it apply to your particular situation, especially to you? Letty, and Gravilia. Let me know if it applies to you, if it resonates at all with you. And everyone else also, if you want to share something regarding this, related to this, you guys can do that in the comments. Yeah. Sol says, your skin glows like you are. That's so. Thank you for the compliment. And it is also the lights. But yeah, thank you for the compliment. Okay. So, hmm. And I'm going to like keep this live short. So we are going to do just one reading today, which we have done because yeah, because I'm very, very, very tired. And I'm just trying to show up however I can in whatever way for however long and be there with you guys, spend some time with you guys because you guys also energize me. I miss you guys. So yeah. Gravelia says, or minimize hardships by choosing peace and what flows naturally. Dump my hard work partner. Thank you, Gravelia, for sharing what popped up for you from this reading. And and yeah, that is like also that is also another take. Oh, thank you. Uh um something else is coming up for me, when I read Revelia's comment, which is that, you know, like I- it is not directly related, but what is coming up for me is like, accepting your own nature. Like as Gravelia said, that, choosing peace and what flows naturally. So also accepting that, like how you flow, what is your nature, like the nature of river. So what is your nature and flowing with that, working with that, not against it. Sometimes we think that we are too different, that we are not normal, that we are too this, we are too much, we are too less, we are not enough, when we compare ourselves to other people, and we think that our ways is not right, our ways is wrong, and all of that stuff. So maybe remembering that you need to flow your way, you need to carve your own path, and you do not need to always adjust yourself in how the rest of the world works. You don't need to always go against your nature, because then again it is going to be exhausting and you're going to uh, maybe give up on that either, or give up on yourself, and that is not what we all want, right? So yeah, so just going with that flow and embracing your own nature. That is also another thing that popped up for me from, Revelia's comment. So thank you for that. Yeah, thank you for, bringing this another piece to the space for anyone who needed to hear that. Caitlin says, showcasing boundaries and self care and self love. Good for you. Yeah. Thank you. I'm trying, have been trying to. Hmm. Ha. To hold boundaries, to care for myself. And interestingly, just before this live, I recorded a video regarding self compassion check in, just like this mindfulness one. And I think I'm going to edit that and maybe submit that. And then you guys can, come back to it whenever you need to come back to present moment or to take care of yourself. And I hope that, you know, that would make a beautiful difference in your life in some way. So thank you for seeing through the efforts and highlighting it here. Okay, so let's see. Revelia says, sorry, you are tired, Nisha. Thank you for your heartfelt emotions. Carrie says, yes, Caitlin. Caitlin says, okay, I think Carrie is leaving. So first, let me, say bye to her. Carrie says, I'm off to my group to do your meditation. If you are tired of doing, just try being. Thank you, Anisha, for this wonderful reminder to just be. Much love. Thank you, Carrie, for not only, um, listening to that meditation on your own, but also inviting a group of people to do that with you. I really appreciate that. I do. I'm glad that, you know, like you liked it, and I hope that it helps you to include more moments where you can simply be, and not just for you, for everyone who do this meditation for you, in that group. Thank you. Catherine says, this is a timely message as I have recently been falling into habits that aren't as healthy for me, and today I'm beginning anew. Thanks for the inspiration. Proud of you, Kathleen, for choosing to begin again. And it's okay if you know, fall off into like you engage in not so healthy habits. It's okay. Let's just make a more helpful decision for ourselves, which you are doing right now. And for that, I'm so proud of you. And I hope that this new beginning is, more smoother for you. And we have already got, guidance for that to make it easy. So, yeah. Chandan says, good morning. Good morning, Chandan. Kathleen says, yes, great example. Glad you liked it. Soul says, beautiful, Carrie. Enjoy your meditation. Carrie says, my pleasure. I love to highlight teachers that I think are wonderful and have meaningful meditations we all need to hear. That is so very kind of you, Carrie. And I'm sure that every single teacher whose meditation you have picked and whose meditation you will pick is going to feel honored, that you take in their work, their offering in this manner, and you share it with the rest of the world. That is like really, really kind of you. So thank you for doing that. Peace is great, Carrie. Yeah, it is. Carrie says, thank you, Anisha. You're welcome. Much love to you too. Okay, guys. So I guess now hmm, I am feeling more and more tired. Not because of the space, this is lovely and it has filled my heart, but my body physically is tired. So I guess it is time to wrap this live. But before I do so, let me share with you where you guys can go to if you want to continue, you know, being with me on this energetic level. And I know I have been doing these lives very randomly since April, since the start of April. It isn't like regular as I used to be, on alternate days. But right now I can't, commit to anything, and that's why I'm not. But I appreciate every time you guys show up, whenever I can make the time to host these lives. It really, really means a lot to me. It does. So thank you. Okay, guys. So if you guys want to watch, you know, the previous lives that I have done, then you guys can access them by going to my profile. Let me put it here. So you can go to my profile, go to the about section, and when you scroll down at the bottom here, you will see this. And here you will find a lot many, free gifts that I've created for you, as well as all the previous lives that we have done. And we have done around 200, and this is like 201. And I will upload this one as well, but it might take some time, like half an hour or something. Okay. So you can find that here. If you want to tap into that live energy. And And if you're new, you guys can follow me so that you get notified when I do the next live. Um, and if I, have any announcements, I also make that in my group, which is called World of Wisdom. And you can find that group by going to my profile. And when you scroll down, by the way, guys, this is the new feature that I was talking about. This is like Insight Timer now has videos as well. So if you guys feel called to check them out, and this is in every teacher's profile, as well as there is a separate section now that says videos. Yeah, near tracks here. Okay, so like a separate section that only shows videos. So I currently have like 3 videos and I'm going to upload more. But yeah, you can check them out if you feel called. If you want to see me and I'm not doing a live, you can do that here. So yeah. So when you scroll down and down and down, at the bottom, you will see this group, which is World of Wisdom. And there are 132 beautiful beings that are a part of it. So I will make any announcement if I have regarding the lives here. And you can also check out all the previous summaries here. So you can just close your eyes, scroll, and when your intuition says stop, you can stop and read the messages from that particular day so that you receive the right message that you need. Okay. So yeah, that's it. That's what I had to say. You can check out my profile and explore things. I have like playlist with 100 plus meditations and like 7 courses, all of that. So you can explore them if you are new to me. Okay. So Robin says, thanks, Anish. Okay, no, yeah, I missed Saul's comment. Saul says, that's okay, you need to rest. I appreciate your understanding so much. And everyone, you guys are so patient, so understanding, so kind, and you have offered me so much love. And I just feel so grateful, for that. So thank you. Robin says, thanks, Anisha. I hope you can take good care of your sweet self. Thank you, Robin. Sarah says, I wish you good health, Anisha. I hope you rest well. Thank you, dear Sarah. So sweet. Robin says, gratitude, a grand gathering. Okay, 3 Gs. Yeah, it was. Every time it's a grand gathering when I get to hang out with you guys. You guys are super, super beautiful souls. Kathleen says, bye, Anisha. Love you. Bye. Love you too, Kathleen. Okay, so bye. Thank you so much for being here. I bow down to the divine within you all. Namaste. May you all be safe. May you all be healthy. May you all be happy. May you all live with ease. Namaste.